Everything I say in this video has not been talked about in the online business space before, not in this way. It's how I went from making zero to making 10 to 12K a month consistently with my online business just in the last year. And no, I'm not going to tell you it's some basic business model like dropshipping. Neither am I going to sell you $1,000 course. And I'm not going to tell you have to quit your job, go all in, grind, monk mode, lock yourself in the basement for 6 months either. In fact, like I mentioned, I only made it in the online business space rather recently. So rest assured that everything in this video is super relevant, super recent, and something that you can implement today. And if you're someone who's been struggling jumping from business model to business model, and you still haven't found one that works for you, this video will change your life. But if you're looking for a video with flashy dopamine hits and Iman Gaji style edits, I can't provide that, so click off. Still here? Awesome, let's get into it. So at this point, you're likely learning a monetizable skill. Copywriting, ghostwriting, video editing, any of the other business models that people on YouTube preach nowadays. But since you're watching this video, I'm guessing that you haven't quite figured out how to take it from learning the skill and make the jump to acquiring clients. Because maybe you've tried outreach, maybe you've tried cold calling, maybe you've tried emails, DMing, or even running ads. And whatever happens, you're just burning time, burning money even, and nothing seems to come out of it. And honestly, I was in that exact same place. When I first started learning a skill online, for some reason, I chose storytelling because I was making YouTube videos and I found out that all good YouTube videos had genius storytelling. So I thought, hey, let's learn storytelling as well. But I had no clue how to bring that from learning the skill to making money. And that's where this method comes in. It's simply documenting your journey online. So it all started when I came across this guy named Dan Koh, and he said one thing that changed my life. He said, create content. So that's what I started doing. Back then, I was introverted, didn't want to show my face. So I just picked X or Twitter, if that's what you call it, if you're old school. So every day, I just talk about, hey, this is me learning storytelling. Here's what I've learned. Here's a tip I picked up. Here's the wins, the losses that I'm going through. And over time, this built a community, this built a following of people who were also interested in learning storytelling and people who were just like me. When I first started out learning the skill, I documented, I let people know about it. When I started getting good enough that I could teach friends, I let people know. I was very clear that, hey, I'm getting better. Here are the updates I've made. And when I was good enough, when friends gave me testimonials after I hopped on call with them and taught them storytelling, I told everyone about that too. I just posted it all online. I documented my journey. The crazy thing about this is that people start to see you improve in real time. Even if you start with complete zero, at level zero, and you just document your journey along the way, your wins, your losses, what you've learned, what you failed, and any random little thoughts you have, people would start to see, hey, this guy's improving. This guy's actually making progress. This guy's actually getting good at whatever skill you're learning. And over time, this will start to build your authority in the space. And this is how you make the transition from learning the skill to actually acquiring clients, or at least people interested. Because from there, you have people interested. All you need to do is put out an offer. Like just say, hey, I've learned copywriting, I've learned ghostwriting for this long now. If you want to work with me, I can teach you how. If you need a copywriter or you need a ghostwriter or you need a video editor, or for me, you need a storyteller, then I can help you out. And this works far better than running ads, running cold outreach, because people have already seen your journey. You've already built trust with them. So they're far more likely to be interested to take you up on the offer because they know that because of what you've done, you're very likely to be able to help them get there too. So I started doing this in November all the way until about April. And then I thought, hey, okay, let's actually release an offer. Let's actually tell people, hey, if you want to work with me to learn storytelling, then I could help you with it. And in the first 2-3 days, I started getting a bunch of people responding. And within 2 weeks, 5 people had paid me upfront to say, hey, random person online, here's my money. And even though I wasn't the best at the skill, I wasn't bad at it by any means. In fact, by that time, I think I got pretty good at the style of stories I was telling. People trusted me because I had documented my entire journey. I showed them, hey, this is what I was like at the start. This is what's going on now. And here's how I can help you with it. All my wins, my losses, my failures, my successes. These are all synonyms of each other now, I'm realizing. In fact, I had a bunch more people afterwards. I think I had, after the initial 5, I had 5 more come to me. But because I was starting to have very little time to work on anything else, I told them, hey, give me a month, I'll come back to you. And then the next month, I raised my prices because I was able to utilize the testimonials, the feedback that the first batch gave me. And this works for every monetizable skill. I know someone who documents his journey about how he got over phone addiction. and how he helps CEOs and business owners and entrepreneurs save time just by conquering phone addiction. It doesn't have to be some crazy guru-like business model that everyone tries to sell you. And you might be thinking at this point, yeah, but can't I just send emails? Can't I just send DMs? Can't I just cold outreach people? Because it's a numbers game, right? If I send 1,000 DMs, at least one of them has to sign with me. And yes, while that is true, I still do believe that creating content actually helps with that. Because let's say you send, I'm just going to use X because that was what worked for me. Let's say you send 1,000 DMs to people and someone's going to see that DM. And then the first thing they're going to do before responding is to click on your profile to see who the heck is this guy who randomly interrupted my Monday afternoon. And if they click on your profile and see that you have nothing there, like just a profile photo, no content, nothing about you, they have no reason to trust you because they don't know who you are. Whereas if they click on your profile, they see that you have documented your journey in public. They see that you know what you're doing. They see client results. They see testimonials. They see your wins, your losses, your strategies. They're far more likely to trust you because they actually see that you know your stuff. In other words, creating content, documenting your journey, it's like your online resume. And since everything is becoming online, this gets more and more important. I actually tried outreach myself about 4 or 5 months ago. Cold outreach. So that means this person didn't know me. I didn't know them before I reached out to them. And even though I was completely new to it, I probably made a ton of mistakes because they were able to see my profile, my documentation of my journey, all my content. I managed to close the 4-figure deal within 30, 40 outreaches, meaning I hit up 30 to 40 people and I collected over $1,000 in deals. Another reason why creating content, documenting your journey works is because it builds trust between you and the reader. You see, we're entering a new era in online business. Last time, anyone with a skill or anyone who claimed to have a skill was able to waltz in and make millions of dollars. Because back then it was the Wild West era of online business. Everyone was new to this. No one knew what to expect. So anyone could just come in and claim to be able to help people. But now people are getting skeptical, rightfully so. People don't believe everything they see. And also, people are getting numb to big numbers. Because everywhere you go, you see 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds making 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, $1 billion. It all seems the same for the rest of us. And also, no matter what niche you're in, there are hundreds, thousands, maybe even more people doing the exact same thing as you. Having results isn't enough. Even though that is important, we also need to start to be able to build personal connections with our readers. And that's where documenting our journey, creating content in public comes in. It builds a next level of trust. So I'm pretty open about how I didn't make it really, really quick in online business. I'm not one of those people who was able to hit 10, 20, 30, 50K a month in just the first week starting my online business. And yeah, I'm pretty vocal about it. I've had quite a few people reach out to me and say, hey, I resonate with your message. Can you teach me what you've done? Because they saw that where I was at was very similar to where they're at. So they trusted me to get them to their goal. So main lesson from all this, document your journey. Whatever skill you're learning, just share about it online. Share your wins, share your losses, share how things are going. Every time you learn something, talk about it. Every time you've made some small win, some small improvement, talk about it also. And over time, you realize you build a diehard fan base of people who are interested in that skill, people who are just like you. And from these could be future clients, these could be friends. This could be just an asset that you have of like-minded people. Because I can't remember who said it, but you don't need 1 million followers in order to make $1 million. All you need are 1,000 true fans. And this is how you build those 1,000 true fans. Damn, that hit hard. That's cool. That was off the cuff too. Okay, so if you want to see me document my journey, follow me on X. I'll put the link up either in the description or here somewhere. I hope I'm not pointing into the void because that's going to be weird. I'll be sharing more about how I grew my online business in the last year. So if you want to see that, hit subscribe. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you around. Bye.